What's up? What going on? It's your girl Nika of Traveling with Nika, and I am back on your screen with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about all of the new changes that are going to be happening in 2025 as it relates to traveling to the United Kingdom. They are going to be implementing an Electronic Travel Authorization, aka an ETA, effective 2025. There are two key dates that you need to pay attention to as a traveler. If you are a non-European traveler, you need to apply for an ETA effective for any travel on January 8, 2025 and onward. And if you are a European traveler, you are going to need to apply for an ETA effective April 2nd, 2025 and onward. So the ETA is basically being implemented by the UK to streamline the entry process for travelers and also to enhance their border security. There are quite a number of different nationalities that are impacted by this change. If you were previously exempt, I will leave the direct link to the list of countries that have to apply for the ETA effective January 8, 2025. But just off the bat, if you are a Canadian citizen, US citizen, Mexican citizen, there's a number of Caribbean islands listed on there as well. Barbados, Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Guyana, etc. So you definitely want to check to see if you are going to need to apply for an ETA. Again, this is effective January 8, 2025. So if you are traveling to the UK on that date or onward, and you are from one of those countries, or your passport, is from one of those countries, you will need to apply for the ETA. With the ETA, just think of it as a simple digital application that you would need to do. It honestly does not take more than 10 minutes once you have all the documents and information that they are requiring you to have for your application. And we will walk through step by step what the application looks like and go through the costs and things like that. With the ETA, you cannot stay in the UK longer than 6 months. You can't go there to work. It is literally just for tourism purposes, visiting your family and friends, things like that. When it comes to the application process, there are two ways that you can apply. You can apply officially on the gov.uk website, and you can also apply via the UK ETA app. Honestly, I prefer to do things on an app because it is very straightforward, and I'm going to show you guys step by step what it looks like on the app and what you are required to do. Before you start your application, I highly recommend that you have the following things. Have your passport handy. Make sure that you have access to your email address because they do send you a verification code. And of course, you're going to need some type of payment option. They do take Apple Pay, credit card, debit cards, etc. The other thing I would say is be prepared to be able to take a photo of yourself. I was able to just do a quick selfie. It accepted the photo. So it's not anything super complicated. You just need to be able to be in a position where you can take a photo basically on a plain background. The ETA will last for 2 years or up until your passport expires, whichever one comes first. You will have to pay a one-time fee of £10, which is about like 13 to 14 US dollars. The good thing about the ETA is because it lasts 2 years, you won't need to keep applying anytime you are traveling to the UK within that period of time once your ETA is still valid. So the first step of the application process is you are going to need to take a photo of the biometric page of your passport. So just make sure that you are in an area that is, have some good lighting so that you'll be able to take the photo. Once you have successfully scanned your passport, they will ask you if you have a chip on your passport, and you will have to scan it with your phone. It's a little complicated, honestly. That part I actually wasn't able to do, but you were able to skip it if it was failing a lot of times. I tried it about 3 times and it did fail because you had to hold your passport and use your phone to scan so it could access the chip that is in your passport. If you have a chip in your passport, I wasn't able to successfully do that step, but it didn't stop me from being able to move forward with my application. So don't worry about that. Once you move past that step, they will then ask you to take a photo of yourself. So again, make sure that you are in an area where you can take a photo on a plain background. So not something like this, but like a plain white wall. And it basically asks you to kind of like show your shoulders and like your face. I was able to use my phone and basically extend my hand to capture like my shoulders in the photo, and it was accepted. Once you take your photo, they will ask you for your home address, so go ahead and enter that in. The next question is going to be where you will be confirming like your nationality. So when they scan your passport, they are automatically going to enter the nationality based off of that passport. But if you have any other nationalities, you want to be sure to enter those in as well. The next question that they ask you is about your employment status. So you would say if you have a job, whether you're self-employed, and then you also put your job title. The next two questions are going to be about like criminal history or any type of involvement in any type of illegal activity. So be sure to go through those questions and answer them truthfully. After you're done completing those questions, it will ask you to declare that your information is true. You will also need to verify all of the information that you just inputted into the application, and just confirm that yep, this information is accurate and true to the best of my knowledge. Continue. It will then ask you which country you're applying from, because they will automatically convert the $10 pounds for the application fee into your home currency. So for example, if I selected US, it automatically calculated that I would need to pay $13.26. It takes debit card, credit card, and even Apple and Google Pay. You definitely have multiple options to be able to pay for your application. And that's what that process is like. As I said, it is very straightforward. It took me under 10 minutes to kind of get straight through to the end. I don't have any immediate plans within the next like 6 months to go to the UK, so I didn't actually pay for my application as yet, because I'm like, why would I pay for it now and have like 6, 7, 8 months just go by, and I'm not planning to go to the UK. However, whenever I know that I am going to be going to the UK, I will definitely put in my application even before the recommended time. They said that it's going to take at least about 3 days to get an answer if you're approved or not. I wouldn't do it that close to my trip. From the time I know that I will be traveling to the UK, I definitely would be paying and putting in for my application at least 2 weeks ahead of time. That's what I would personally recommend, or even a month before time. Honestly, it's really up to you, but I definitely would not recommend doing it like within that 3 to 4 days. That's just cutting it way too close. Honestly, I would say it is a privilege to be able to travel to so many countries with a US passport, because passport privilege is definitely real. So I'm not pressed about paying $13 for an ETA, because travelers who are UK citizens, they have to pay an application fee as well, similar to what the UK is doing to enter the US. So it's literally just the same thing for us going to their country. So I don't mind at all. And because it lasts 2 years, it's like, okay, cool, like we good. You do it one time, and for those 2 years, you're good to go. But again, if your passport expires before that 2 years, you will need to reapply once you get your new passport, because it is attached to the passport that you applied with. So it has to be the passport that you are going to be traveling with. One of the other things that I want to mention about applying is that this ETA applies to everyone, so including children, literally babies as well. Everyone needs to do an ETA application. So they did say that you can apply for someone else, but you're not able to do it in the app. If you are applying on like someone else's behalf, you are only able to do the application for that person via the website. But if you are applying for yourself or someone that's going to be traveling with you, then yes, you are able to use the app that I just showed you. But obviously the application should be the same process, whether it's on the app or the website. So that's all I have for you guys today. Definitely be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Again, I will leave the official links from the UK government in the description box. Do not pay anyone to apply for this UK ETA. It is very straightforward, as I showed you step by step what you would need to do. Please, please, please do not get scammed. Do not pay extra fees for somebody to do this for you. Please don't do it.